Middle ear cavity. The middle ear cavity is a space that connects the external acoustic meatus with the internal ear. It is a six-sided space which has boundaries, and each boundary is named with a structure related to it. Anteriorly, it is related to the carotid wall. Posteriorly to the mastoid axis, the roof is by tegment tympanum. The floor is to the internal jugular vein. The lateral wall to the tympanic membrane. The medial wall is called as the labyrinthine wall, which is related to the turns of cochlea. And here is the boundaries of the middle ear cavity, where the lateral wall as the tympanic membrane is removed to expose the other boundaries. On the anterior wall, we can see to the internal carotid artery, then the auditory tube. Above that is the tensor tympani muscle. The roof is by the tegment tympani. The posterior wall is related to the mastoid axis. The floor is to the internal jugular vein, where we can identify the superior bulb of internal jugular vein. On the medial wall, we can see to the turns of cochlea, which forms an elevation called as the promontory. Close to promontory, there are two windows, an oval window and a round window. The contents of middle ear cavity, it has ear ossicles, the malleus, incus and stapes, the ligaments and muscles connecting these ear ossicles, the nerves that are present inside the middle ear cavity or the cauda tympani, nerve to stapedius and nerve to tensor tympani. And of course, there are some blood vessels that supplies the middle ear cavity. The dimensions of the middle ear cavity plays a major role, and it is most important to know as they have a significant importance during ear surgery. The vertical and anteroposterior measures about 15 millimeters. The upper, middle and the lower measurements from lateral to medial, they measure about 6, 2 and 4 millimeters. These are the three ear ossicles, the malleus in the hammer shape, the incus in the anvil shape, and the stapes is in like a stirrup shape. The blood supply of the middle ear cavity is received from various branches that are running close to the middle ear cavity, and the majority of the blood vessels are received from the maxillary artery, the middle meningeal artery and the internal carotid artery. The nerve supply, that the sensory innervation to the middle ear cavity, it comes from the tympanic plexus, which is formed by the contribution of glossopharyngeal nerve and the keraticotympanic branch of sympathetic plexus that are found around the internal carotid artery. The lymphatics, they drain into the parotid and the deep cervix. The applied aspect of the middle ear cavity, if you see, the main common thing occurring with the middle ear cavity is the infection. And these infections are called as the otitis media, that may spread onto the cranium through the roof, onto the oral cavity through the auditory tube, and onto the posterior wall through the posterior mastoid antrum. The compression of the facial nerve, which is closely related to the middle ear cavity, it may lead to a number of severe This is the otitis media, where we can see here the infection of the middle ear cavity spreading on through the auditory tube cavity. And grommet is a small instrument, a tube that is inserted into the tympanic membrane during long duration ear surgery to provide the air to be circulated from exterior into the interior. Here is a picture, what we can see here, how the sound waves that are conducted through the middle ear, and they are conducted into the internal ear, the cochlea, and they are conveyed into the cochlear nerve.